Blow me away. Welcome, my queens above 18. How you guys doing? Today is the dawn of a new patch for Genshin Impact. Sometime around like 10 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. 5 hours from now. What is it? What time is it? 5 hours from 9. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, and 1. It's 2. So around like 8 p.m.-ish, if I'm not mistaken. 8 p.m.-ish, 9 p.m.-ish, the new patch for Genshin Impact will be dropping 1.3. Ooh. Chinese New Year event. And I'm really excited for it. I'm always excited for new Genshin Impact content because the game's really, really fun. I really like the team building. I do not think the team building of Genshin Impact is as deep as Honkai Impact 3, right? I don't think it's as deep as that. Also, the models in Honkai are way, way, way better. I think it's Sony's influence that's making Genshin nerf their women, as one would say. Nerf the waifus. But, oh my bro, in Honkai, you fucking like, oh my god, I can't have my mama walking on me playing this, goddamn. Let's see what I made. I made like 30k yesterday. Oh, I guess whatever. Whatever. I have been Nook mileage program. What exactly? What happened? We wish you express our gratitude for your continued use of Nook knowledge. Alright, I know what this is. This is my drink machine that I wanted. Bastard. Alright, let's see here. I started playing Breath of the Wild a little bit more yesterday. I took my time to play it. I will say a majority of the game is pretty fucking boring. But I will say that riding on a boat is fucking boring and longer than it needs to be. And I swear to God, doing the cryosis in the ocean and jumping on them is way fucking faster. Unless you get those stupid lizard bastards who end up spitting water at you, or you get the other guys, and then you don't have arrows because you don't have rupees, and you don't have rupees because you bought all the armor because you're like, oh yes, I need to buy every single armor so I could level them up and use them as I go, and then you just don't. You just don't do it at all, and then you did a fucking a shrine for the first time. Or you did a hidden quote-unquote quest shrine, and then you ended up getting something along the lines of a armor set that is hidden behind the shrines, and I'm just kind of like, ah, fuck, here we go again, CJ. God damn it. And now you're mad. And now you're mad. Ha ha. You're mad. I'm sad. I'm glad. I'm about to stab you in the ass. Let's see. I'm going to grab this and I'm gonna move this away right here. I'm gonna throw this right there. Thank you. Push it there. My mother has recently fallen in love with TikTok as of late. I, for one, find it hilarious. Because she's watching it a lot. A lot. Just like me, who is addicted to TikTok. She is watching it a lot. Looking at it a lot. Like last night, she was looking at, she sent me like 6 texts. And it's like, I tried about like half of the ones she sent me. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Let's go through that up there. Throw me away. Only the strongest will survive. She sent me like 6 texts. I knew what half of them were. It's about like working from home and doing jobs like that. I tried actually doing that. To be completely honest with you, that's something I've actually tried doing. You know, doing the working from home stuff. and it doesn't. Half the time it doesn't work. Even let's say, like, I know for a fact there's an Amazon one, right? And she sent me, there's like multiple Amazon ones. There's ones you could be someone who could read for a book. You just read. There's another where you talk to people. You need English. You need to know English, and you teach people how to speak English. But all you do is you just talk to them, right? It's very interesting because they scam the fuck out of you. They're like, oh yeah, it's $50 to $100 per hour, but that's not it. It's hour per. It's like hour per done or hour something along those lines. It's whatever they view the amount of work you did. So if you did 5 hours of work and they're like, all right, dude, that's 1 hour of work. You're like, no, I did 5 hours. He's like, no, here you did 1 hour. So here's $50. And then you're gonna be like, ah, fuck it. Like I've done it. I've done it already. She's an old boomer. She gets caught up in a lot of things. I know my mom got caught up. Someone tried scamming her. They called me. They called her phone trying to scam through me, right? Stating that what was it? I completely forgot that I had something wrong and I have a payment tax issue that I haven't taken care of, and she got scared for me, right? But the thing is, brother, I don't have a payment tax issue. At all. And I'm like, why would they be calling you for it? Why wouldn't they be calling me? Right? Why would they call you and ask you to pay for things? I don't know. It was kind of funny. It was kind of interesting. I remember long ago, probably when I first started working my job, so about like 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago. This was that. It looks like it's Audie's. Okay, let's go find Audie. About 2 or 3 years ago, my grandparents ended up getting a call from Florida of someone pretending to be me. Right? They're like, "Oh, I messed up really bad. Dude, like, can you guys help me? Can you guys send me money directly, like, to my fucking bank account? Here's my number for my bank account, by the way. Just direct deposit the money in it." And they're pretty much taking advantage of my my grandparents being, fragile, and unknowing of what exactly happens. And my grandfather told fake me to go fuck myself and that I deserved it. And he hung up the call. And they called, and my grandmother was like, he needs help, He wouldn't call us if he didn't need help. And my grandfather was like, nope, he fucked up, he deserves it. Because the story that they gave was like, I think I was stuck in Florida, I fucked up gambling or something, which I'm not much of a gambler. I do like playing gambling video games, like I love gacha, but I'm not a gambler. I have had a weak moment where I had a lot of money and I was just like, I'm just gonna drop $500, $600 on this banner, and I did, and I cleared all the content. I was in the top of the leaderboard. I had so many friends requests. I have so many people kudos me. I had so many people comment on my profile, telling me how fucking cool I was. And I felt so goddamn happy. Right? And then I stopped playing the game for 2 years. Shit. Don't do that. Be careful, people. Be careful. Where is Audie at? I'm trying to find Audie. Excuse me, Audie Oxenfree. Audie, where are you at, girl? Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go sell some. Oh, there you are, Audie. Hey, girl. Hey, I was just thinking about you. You dropped this? I wanna be your boyfriend, friend. Here you go. I totally thought I'd never see this autograph book again. It's so wild you found it. I'm super thankful for this. I've been looking forever. I know. Here, look at this. All right, you gotta stop giving me the Explorer. This would look good on Anka. I'm gonna give Anka this. Hello, Willow. Willow says, it sits and it sips. That's what she said. I will sit and I will sip. Goodness. Oh, is she sleeping? I'm not home right now. Then where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Anka. Anka, you know, she's probably shopping. Or she's in a store. Knowing this game. Jesus. Let's see. I didn't see her when I was walking through here, so she's probably not there. So she's probably in a store or not here. So I am going to go inside of the bing, boom, boom, bing. Going to go inside of this place, and I am going to go grab something very magical. That's right, I am currently screaming at the top of my lungs. Ah! Hey there, cutie. How you doing? I'm just wondering if you could look at a couple of fossils that I've come across. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you don't. It's all up to you, honestly. Let's see. You know what my favorite thing is? Is when voice actors like take on the role of their character so much and use it for clout so they get more Twitter followers. And like they start acting and saying things in their characters and doing all that wonderful stuff. And what's really good, they start doing like the fucking cameos or like the Fivers, right? And they're like, oh yeah, I'll pay me $15 and I'll say whatever you want, and as long as it isn't used in promotional stuff, right? And that's how they make bank. That's how they make the money. Because being a voice actor, you really don't make that much money as a voice actor. You'll get a decent chunk, but the pay rates and everything along those lines is not good, brother. Which is why there was a fucking stupid fucking a strike a couple years ago. I remember seeing it, looking at Critical Role, right? How there was a strike when Critical Role, during the time Critical Role was becoming big. Oh, what is it? Sabretooth, Tricera, Archeo. Okay, so nothing interesting. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I thought they would be paid a lot, but no, VAs are not paid a lot. Definitely not a lot. If you're in like a big commercial, right, you get paid a lot. Depending, it depends. Like you get royalties, and like if you're someone who does voiceovers for like a McDonald's ad, you're pretty much set for life. If you do 2 of them, like I think you're like legit set for life, right? If you're not spending your money crazily or anything along those lines, you'll be pretty much set. Where the fuck is Anka? Stupid cat. Zone ends up making a hentai animation of you and you're not around. What the fuck? Huh? I seen it. Like copying Minus's 8 work. Fucking weird. Weird champ, brother. Weird champ, brother. I'll definitely say that. Weird champ. Doing the rhythm thing. Anka, my dear Anka. Oh, my great googly, my dear Anka. Oh, hi, hun. Do you want this, Anka? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want this? You want this, Anka? Huh? You want some of this Explorer shirt? Put this on. It's gonna match your skin tone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Nice. Official Anka. Why don't you take this picture? Friend. Oh my god. Fucking, yesterday I ended up in a long conversation with, little Meebo Weebo, who came into the game yesterday, I think it was, yeah, late last night. And, she was just flexing, brother. She was flexing. I talked about it, I was like, oh yeah, I've been in a relationship with people who went through, like, their change. They went through a change. Horned ogre mask. They went through a change when they were younger. I know, from like 19 to 20, right? You go through like a change type of thing. How many times will he say change? You like around 19, you start like finding yourself, right? You're like, oh, I'm out of school. Maybe I'm going to college. Maybe I'm working. I'm an adult now because I believe that I'm an adult because I'm 18 years old. I'm overcompensating and trying to become an adult. I'm doing adult-like things. Blah, blah, blah. And like you end up like pretty much, let's see. You end up pretty much like overcompensating, and you end up changing yourself as a person. Someone who tries to be more responsible, whatever it may be. And during this time, you pretty much cut out everything that is not worthwhile. And sometimes you go through this with your friends, and you know this is like the reason why a lot of people end up losing friends, because you end up doing your own thing. You don't do it purposely, right? You end up discovering yourself. And I've dated two girls who were in that. I dated a girl who was 20, and like she was like the XD silly type of girl, and then all joy disappeared from her. She was not fun. She was not, she like everything died, right? It was college, 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 college. That's all it was. Having fun was not a thing. You know, like talking and hanging out was not a thing. It was always college, but she wasn't going to college. She wasn't even in college because she dropped out of college, and then she was just totally in this mindset, and she was trying to become more serious and changing. She was like, I don't want to be a weeb anymore. I want to change everything related to it. I want to, you know, do X, Y, and Z. You know, a whole bunch of stuff that I really I liked of her. She pretty much was changing everything she was doing, and she became a different person. And she was, I think she was embarrassed of me, because I went through that phase too, right? I went through that phase, right? And then over time, I was like, it doesn't fucking matter. All this shit is just fake. Like, it's just fake vibrato for just fake vibrato, right? And then I just started liking things I used to like, you know? Like, you know, I was like, oh yeah, cartoons, oh yeah, video games. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for any of these things. But in actuality, I wasn't. It really wasn't. And you know, and I went through another one was a girl finding herself sexually, right? She didn't know if she was polyamorous. She didn't know if she was oh god, what's the other word? Not polyamorous. What's the other word? Well, poly. Yeah, pretty much if she was polyamorous or not. And it ends up coming down like a couple. She like hurts me to like fucking no end. All right. And I'm constantly pushing back on things in the relationship that she's making me uncomfortable with, right? And then she ends up, like, cheating on me with a whole bunch of guys, blah, 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 blah. You know, I've told the story a whole bunch. And now she's bi. She's just considered bi. So, you know, that was just a phase, I guess. But bro, like, oh my god. But, you know, she had to discover that through just fucking neglecting the shit out of me, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna go store some stuff. See if I can buy some more items, do some things. It's very interesting. It's very interesting during this time. During that time period. Some people go through it, some people don't. I know a lot of people really go through it because usually most of the time people just kind of hold on to their youth really big. Age is like a really big thing for a lot of people. There's gonna be, I'm starting to notice it. I noticed it when I started working with older people, right? That age really doesn't fucking matter, in the long run, right? You're 18 and you're a baby and like you can be manipulated very, very easily, right? I could definitely say that. But technically you're an adult and you have the choices to make, and you're gonna learn from those choices when you fuck up. And I noticed, like, with these older people I've dated, I've worked with people in their 60s, I've worked with people in their 40s, I've worked with people all around the different ages, and it feels like high school. They feel like teenagers, right? I feel like they never really matured. Even when even if it was even the same with like upper management, and then upper management's management, like the district people, district supervisor people, like it was the fucking same. Like it never changes, right? Like this whole perception that we have, like we're a serious business person, or wherever it may be, like that shit is like, it doesn't really exist. It's just a persona, and then when you're around people you're comfortable with, it doesn't really fucking matter in the end. You're not like that. And it's very interesting just seeing how immature older people are, and how small things they do the point the finger type of stuff. It's very interesting, right? It's very interesting seeing that, you know, because I know when you're in your 20s, you're like, oh, like, you know, I'm getting to 30, what's going to happen, right? I'm going to be old and shriveled and whatever it is, and then you get to 30 and you're like, oh, wow, I feel like I'm in my 20s, but my body's working a little bit different, I'm getting heartburn now, a lot of the medical stuff is catching up to me, and then, you know, you end up, going into your mid-35s, you're just like, holy shit. And in your 40s, you're just like, oh, I guess I'm old, but I don't feel old. And then you get to 50, and you're like, oh, I guess I am old, but I'm not really. And then you get into your late 50s, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm old. In 60s, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm fucking dying. Right? I don't know. It's very interesting saying that. And it's definitely harder to, as you get older, to have friends at your age. This is what I always see all the time. People don't like it when older men prey on younger women. I do know for a fact people like the younger age for some reason. There's this thing with guys. Let's see. I don't. When I was younger, I've dated older people. I only dated older people, and it wasn't like by choice. It was just a thing that happened. Right? But as I got older, I was the older person dating the younger person. The youngest person I ever dated was like 19, 18, if I'm not mistaken. And it's interesting because you can definitely see that there's something different about them. Right? They're not 100% there. It's not, you know, like there's still like a child factor to it, and some people are can very easily hide it, right? And I'm trying to explain this correctly, and I guess I'll just go back to the guys. Like they ended up dating younger people, whatever it may be, right? I feel like there is a fetish to it. I also feel like there is a chasing of youth and wanting to have someone make you feel young. I feel as if there is a just not being attracted to the people around you, and there's a maturity there, and you can't really take advantage of them too much. I feel like there is something along those lines there. Where there is some predatory aspects to it, but I don't know, man. Like, young and beautiful is like a thing. You see it thrown fucking everywhere. You know, most of the feminine products, you know, the creams and shit make you look young, make you stop aging. You know, like when you're that age, that is like the perfect, like when you're 18 and you're legal for everything. Like that's like the ambrosia, that is the holy fruit type of thing. I guess that's what I'm pretty much trying to say, right? And while also bringing up the predatory facts of it, whatever it may be. But people that young are also very fucking dumb. Very fucking dumb and ignorant, and they're really hard to be around. I can definitely say that. And the way they react, it's fucking ridiculous. I could definitely see that with my D&D person that I play with. One of my D&D players. Like, some of the things like she does and says, I'm just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Like her writing her backstory for her D&D character, I've asked her multiple times to do it. She's like, I don't have a computer. She has a computer. She just doesn't sign on to it. You know, there's a whole bunch of shit like that related to it that just irritated the fuck out of me regarding her. How there was no sense of just like responsibility. I'm like, I was just, you know, I do all this work for D&D. I also want you to put in work for your character, and it's just, you know, it feels disrespectful when you come in with nothing, right? I ended up having the same thing happen with the person who ended up throwing everything away and stopped being a fun person and became someone I hated being around. She was also in a D&D game like 3 years ago, and I had to make her character for her because she just couldn't. There was something stopping her. And I'm like, okay. And I would get on these calls, and I would, like, talk to her, try to get her to figure it out. And, like, it was like, to explain it, it was like trying to force someone to do something they don't want to do. Right? I'm pretty sure all of us have experienced something along those lines. On different levels. And I was like, hey... I was like, if you don't want to play this, you're like, you don't have to, right? I was like, you don't have to do this. Like, you could do whatever you want. You know, you can listen in on the call or whatever it is, but like everyone in the server's playing, you know, and you don't need to like force yourself to do anything to it. But she was like, no, I will, I'll play. I was like, you don't have to, you don't need to. It's not something that needs to be done, brother. It's not something that needs to be done. You don't need to do it. But she ended up doing it, and like it was probably some of the laziest bullshit that I've dealt with, and it made me completely think differently of this person. I could definitely say that 100%. Their attitude and how unfun it was to be around them, where I was just like, alright, did you write your backstory? Like, I gave everyone 3 weeks to write their backstory, right? A lot of days, a lot of time to work on it. And she was just like, oh no, I just didn't have the time to do it. I was like, I talked to you like 8 hours a day. And we don't do anything during that time most of the time. We're doing our own stuff when you're just, you know, it's like you know, we're just around one another type of thing. We have each other in the background. It's like, what are you talking about? I was like, do you want me to give you, like, do you want to stop talking so you can have time to do it? And she's like, no. And it's just like pulling teeth. It's pulling teeth, man. It's so fucking difficult and aggravating seeing people to work the way they are with things. I don't know. It makes me want to kill everyone. It makes me want to stab them in their throat and rip them open. It makes me want to... let's see. Friend. Very cool. I am currently sending things for flight. Whatever. That's my personal experience. Have a wonderful day, everyone. My name is Luna, as always, stay frosty.